Hello, welcome to video. So I started playing Valorant this year and I'm not gonna lie, I'm bad. In fact, I used a few clips as background footage for another video and I got roasted in my own comment section. They called me Iron. Can you imagine that? Me? A dirty iron? Now Valorant is pretty fun and I'm addicted to competitive games, so I decided to get good. The only issue is my aim is trash. I switched to PC gaming some months back, so mouse and keyboard is still a problem. However, I won't let that stop me. I at least have to try. AimLabs is a tool you can download for free on Steam with training packs specifically designed to improve your aim. So I challenged myself to train on AimLabs for around half an hour every day, then after jump into a game of Valorant to see if it does actually help. Now of course a day or two of this won't yield much results, so I thought screw it, let's do it for a whole month. Then at the end of the 30 days we can clearly see how much my aim had improved, if AimLabs is actually useful, and for fun, what rank I'd end up with. My targets were 100,000 points on grid shot, hit 20 bots on hard mode in the shooting range with the sheriff, and gold in competitive. My Valorant journey began as a fresh off the boat bronze 1, and here's what happened. Day 1, I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I ran around AimLab's menu like a headless chicken checking out all the different trainers. I heard about Grid Shot already and tried it out. It seems this is the most popular mode and I can see why, it's pretty fun. I'm sure it helps with aim and other stuff too, but look! Blue stuff goes boom boom. I tried out some other random trainers, then after about 45 minutes jumped into Valorant. I played a competitive game and I'm not gonna lie, it didn't go very well. How I'm not Dirt 1 I don't understand, but hey, I'll take what I'm given. The game ends as you'd imagine in a loss, but whatever, it's just day 1. It's gonna get better, right? Day 2, I lost another competitive game in Valorant. It was at this moment that I decided using the normal game mode to gauge my improvement was actually a bad idea, right now that is. Later in the video I do jump back to it. Whilst there's obviously a lot of aiming involved, in the standard mode there are abilities, no respawns, and not enough frequent gunfights to convincingly notice my improvements on a day-to-day basis, so I decided from day 3 and onwards I would play a game of deathmatch after each AimLab session instead. Day 3 went alright, still finding my way around AimLabs and trying hard not to get absolutely dominated in deathmatch. So far, so good. Day 4, I started to see some improvements in my aim. Now, this is what we call beginner gains. If you've ever gone to the gym, the first few sessions you notice your improvements like crazy, but after time goes on, you start wondering why you're not seeing the same results. But this is just because you're doing things you've never done before and noticing changes that were never there before. Basically, before I could never hit headshots with a mouse and keyboard, now I'm starting to hit a few and spazzing out over it. Day 5, I had a quick AimLab session because my friends wanted to play and I didn't want to keep them waiting. What can I say? I'm a nice guy. I started to use mainly the sheriff in deathmatch to help improve my aim even further and did decently enough. Unrelated, but I jumped onto Warzone after and noticed that whilst my aim still wasn't very good, it was more consistent. I was actively going for headshots, whereas before I generally just went to the body. I know it's still early days and again, I'm still not good, but the beginner gains are definitely showing up. Day 6, I decided my main things to train would be grid shot, tracking, and precision shots. It went pretty well, beat a few high scores, you know, nothing major, but then I jumped into deathmatch and proceeded to get absolutely decimated. I swear this round it felt like I was Joel and everyone else was a golf club. Not only was I already at a disadvantage with the sheriff, but it seemed like there were quite the few campers on this particular round. Now I'm not proud of myself, but I may have gone a little upset and thought, you know what, screw it. I'm using the Vandal, and then I slapped some kids. After my little meltdown, I jumped back to the sheriff to continue getting stomped until the top player put me out of my misery. Day 7, I tried other stuff but carried on using grid shot as my main trainer. This seems like a decent way to test my reflexes, speed, precision, and consistency. I got another high score with 74,000. I know 100k is a pretty big ask, but if I keep going at this rate, it might just happen. And hey, it's better to aim high and just fall short than aim low and achieve your goals, right? I entered deathmatch only with the sheriff again and, well, you can guess how that went. Badly. I slapped this sage with a dirty headshot only to turn the corner and get slapped right back. A fair trade. Suffice it to say, I didn't do too well and landed at near bottom of the scoreboard. Either way, I wasn't too bummed out. Gotta keep a positive mindset, am I right, guys? Day 8. we don't talk about day 8. Day 9, I woke up, made a coffee, listened to a podcast, and tried to take a more chilled out approach. I stopped caring about my score and focused purely on accuracy and increasing my speed with each new round, and honestly, this worked out great. In fact, I broke every high score of the day. Went into deathmatch and did a bit better than usual. Still not where I want to be, but what you gonna do, huh? Day 10 went alright, warmed up on AimLabs, got my ass handed to me in deathmatch, and side note, the split map can go Day 11, I wanted to give up on this video. My aim seemed to be off. In deathmatch, I was terrible, and even though I decided to play a game of competitive and won, I was bottom of the leaderboard with only 4 kills. I'm starting to dislike this whole thing, but we must keep going. For science! Day 12, cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Day 13, I'll be honest, I didn't have much time on my hands. I trained AimLabs for about 10 minutes and ended it there. Day 14, things have started mellowing out. High scores aren't being broken as often, and I haven't noticed a decent enough improvement in my aim to even justify AimLabs. But again, we're only about halfway through, so we'll see how things end. Deathmatch went fine, didn't do too crazy, but I wanted to use the Vandal for a change, and yep, my aim is still trash, but nevertheless, the grind must continue. Day 15, I decided to play Valorant first and then go to AimLabs. I'm a bad boy that way. I changed my crosshair and oh my goodness, why didn't anyone tell me how important this was? I kind of just tried a few here and there for fun, but kept it quite similar to default. Then I saw a video saying how not having a good crosshair can hinder your aim. I'm not instantly better or anything, but this did feel more comfortable. I also started an actual training program in AimLabs. I don't remember the names of everything, but it basically goes like this: 3 grid shot, 5 other things, 3 grid shot, 5 other things, and so on until I hit around 20 to 25 aim trainers. Day 16, I learned that this 6 mini ball shots trainer thing is very useful. Honestly, this may be better than pretty much anything else in AimLabs. It was tough, but I started to get used to it little by little. Also, quick tip, if you want to get a better grid shot score, just play a few of these first. It makes grid shot look like a little bitch. Speaking of grid shot, I finally hit a score of 80,000, and this will be the last time in the video where I tell you my score until the end. Do you think I managed to hit 100,000? Let me know in the comment section. I ran a deathmatch afterwards, and look, I know my aim is still pretty iffy and I'm still fairly new, but I'm not getting any better at this. Me plus Sheriff equals pain. How do you use this damn thing? Day 17, I met my soulmate, a killjoy named C-Righty11. We made a great team. We led the scoreboard and even clutched it up a few times together. He saved my ass, I saved his. He had a British accent, I have a British accent. We were literally best friends. It was close, but in the end, we did manage to claim the dub. We said our goodbyes and went our separate ways. I wanted to friend him. I did. Maybe party up, get to Radiant together, but I was afraid. I was afraid he wouldn't like the real me. That I'd let him down and he wouldn't want to be best friends anymore. I didn't want to ruin the time we had. So, C-Righty11, if you're watching this, GG my friend, GG. Day 18, this game can go fuck itself. Day 19 went much better. Split started to become less of a problem map for me. Omen is looking to be my main and I unlocked Viper. Sure, yesterday's session wasn't great, but it's fine guys. We have to keep moving forward and live for today. We can't dread and cling on to the past. After all, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Master Shifu, Kung Fu Panda, great film. Day 20 was slap my balls fantastic. I never want to play this game again because I know it can't get any better. I jumped on AimLabs and have been mainly using the 6-dot shooters. I didn't use deathmatch today. Instead, I just jumped right into competitive and played about 6 games, only losing 1. Omen is an absolute beast of an agent. It's weird because when I first unlocked him, I thought he was trash for my playstyle, but nope, he complements it very well, throwing smokes to block off the enemy's vision, teleporting from smoke to get a plant, getting onto weird heights, using his ult to completely throw off the opposing team, and blinding, damn. Day 21 was a bit of a downer. I guess the good times had to end at some point, huh? Grid shot scores aren't getting any better, I haven't seen any improvements in my aim, and I fell down a well. rank in competitive. Just like most of you, I have a very big play until I increase my rank problem that usually ends in sadness. I played maybe about 4 games and literally all 4 of them were on split. I don't mind the map, but can I get some variety up in this bitch? I would explain more about what day 21 really entailed, but it's literally 4 AM, so I'm heading off to bed. Good night. Good morning, it's day 22, and I've neglected my tracking, so today I'll be mostly training that. 6 shooters is still doing me good, helps with flicks and general aim, and grid shot is always fun. Confession time, I haven't done any deathmatch for the last week. I didn't think it was helping, but today I jumped into deathmatch, and maybe it's just because I got a crappy lobby, but I did really well with the sheriff this time. Didn't come first place, but I still did good. Also, good news everyone, I reclaimed the rank that I lost yesterday, now just to lose it again tomorrow. Day 23, I decided I would only do grid shot for training. I don't know why, I just wanted to. In game, I got a few cool plays, some nice kills, I did alright, but look, I don't mean to be that guy, and maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, cool, I accept that. But I swear today's session was filled with smurfs. Day 24, I unlocked Reyna, and oh my, this chick is a badass. I mean, look at this scoreboard. I might just have to start auto-locking her. Back to the game, today was weird. I got a crap ton of kills, clutched the rounds a lot, and not just with Reyna, but with Sova and Sage too, yet I still kept losing. I know kills aren't everything, but I don't know, this game's dumb. Day 25, it's time for some more AimLabs. Now if you're by any chance wondering why I chose to only do 30 minutes of AimLabs a day, well it's pretty simple. Firstly, I don't have time to do more. I almost had to give up on this project halfway through just because of how much effort it was taking. Also editing has been a nightmare. And secondly, there have been studies done showing that the first half hour of anything you do is when your attention and information absorption rate is at its highest. It's the same reason as to why you perform better in your first few games of Valorant as opposed to your last few. Fatigue is a gain killer. Could I have seen more improvement if I spent 20 hours a day on AimLabs instead of just 30 minutes? Of course, but it wouldn't be at the same rate and I have a life. Kind of. I played a few games of ranked and came to the conclusion that playing Reyna and nabbing kills is definitely fun, but using Viper, Sage and Omen wins more games for me. Whilst most of their abilities don't necessarily help improve my kill-death ratio, they do help the entire team overall. So apologies Reyna, but I'ma have to throw you on the sidelines for now. Day 26, I did mostly 6 shooters. I know I've said 1,000 times how great this trainer is, but if there's one thing to take away from this video, it's that this helps improve your aim a ton. I got a few dubs and I think I'm in love with Viper. Afterwards, I played competitive and the first game really ticked me off. How am I supposed to rank up when the guys who insta-lock Reyna and Raze both bottom frag? It also doesn't help that the other team had a smurf. I know because their players kept going AFK and the smurf still got nearly 40 kills. At one point, it was literally us 5 versus 3 of them and we still lost. I don't care if I'm being toxic, this needs to be said. Don't insta-lock duelists if you're not going to entry frag or get kills. Day 27, I did a bit of grid shot. After all this time, you'd think I'd hate it, but no, it's still fun, even though I'm not seeing much improvements. Though to be honest, I think that's mainly because I don't really care. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Valorant and I do want to get better, but since it's not my main competitive game, I don't care that much about reaching the next rank. Ranked was an absolute nightmare. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm getting tons of kills, top or close top of my team's leaderboard on the majority of my games, and I'm not picking duelists either. I'm playing Sage, Sova, Omen, or Viper. I'm last pick almost every time just so I can pick an agent to complement the team, yet I still keep losing. I'm not saying I deserve to be a higher rank or anything, but I just don't know, man. I've always had this mindset that whatever rank you're in, that's where you belong. You can blame connection issues, matchmaking, and bad teammates all you want, but eventually you have to just look in the mirror and blame yourself. Except today. Today, I blame my teammates. Hello, it's day 28. Now look at this grid shot speed. Bang, 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 bang. And here we have a wild sage in its natural habitat. Backed into the corner, struggling to survive and on its last breath. The Raze mercifully ends her suffering. The Raze then proceeds to spray paint her corpse. I said the Raze then proceeds to... There we go. Day 29 started off absolutely terrible. I trained on this flicking course where I did very poorly. I'm starting to think I should have done this from the beginning. I don't know if it's just me, but Valorant's matchmaking is completely busted right now. I was put into lobbies with players 2 ranks above me. 2 ranks! I can't compete with that. I lost 5 games in a row and my rank. I know I've already said this and you've probably heard it a million times, but fuck me, this game has a massive smurfing problem. And I'm not saying that because I faced a smurf. I'm saying that because I had a smurf on my team. He told me he was one and destroyed our opponents. It's finally day 30 and on this day, I found this Valorant specific aim course. Really? On my final day I find this? This new trainer was actually pretty cool and maybe if I'd used it from the whole 30 days, I would have seen even better results. I jumped into rank and this is the most plastic 2 thing I've ever seen. Check this out. I spot a Viper in heaven but miss my shots. I reposition but then an Omen pops out and I miss again. There are 3 of them up there so I think, screw this, I'm a bitch. I'm running away. All of the remaining enemies start chasing me, so with a 69 IQ play, I decide to teleport to the top of the ledge and wait for them to walk past. And just like fish in a barrel, I get the 1, the 2, and the 3. Alright, so that's the end of the 30 days, but before we run through all the results, this video took a very long time to make, over a month in fact, so if you enjoyed it, drop a like and comment your thoughts down below to help with the unforgiving algorithm. Usually I'd also ask you to subscribe, but don't do that. I don't make Valorant videos, and unless this one happens to blow up, which, let's be honest, is highly unlikely, I probably won't make another one, so don't waste your sub on me. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's get to the results. First, grid shot. My target was 100,000 points. My starting score was 56,809, but by the end I managed to peak at 83,000. So not exactly 100k, but I'll take it. In Valorant shooting range, my targets were 20 dummies out of 30 on hard mode with the Sheriff. My average starting score was around 8, but by the end it was 13 with a peak of 17. Again, I didn't hit my target, but again, I'll take it. And lastly, my rank. Here we are, the one you've all been waiting for, my competitive rank. My target was gold. I started out as a fresh bronze 1, but by the end of my 30 days, I got iron 2. Alright, I'm messing with you. I actually got diamond 3, and to be honest, it wasn't that hard. It was pretty simple because if you think about it, all you need to do is... Okay, I'm lying again. I'm sorry, I just can't help it. You're so gullible. But for real, at the end of my 30 days, I ended up, as you probably guessed, at silver 2, which is pretty decent, I think. Another week or 2 of AimLabs, maybe I could have hit gold. Or I could have got put back down to bronze. Man, this game is brutal. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.